Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Zokumaza here back with another video, and this is part 2 of What If Naruto Was a Neglected Hyuga. As I want higher quality content, I want more views, I'm going to trying to attempt to edit these videos, but I'm not going to keep you waiting. You came here for part 2 of What If Naruto Was a Neglected Hyuga. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Peace out. Let's do the end.
Keep my head up when I act, head up that's a fact, never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track, keep my head up staying strong, always moving on, feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along, push myself to be the best, die with no regrets, live with every breath, see my message start to spread, and I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens, life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means, always do it on my own.
Team 7. Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Hinata Hyuga. As Naruto's kind of excited that he's on a team with Hinata, of course he's upset that Sasuke is in the same team, somewhat annoyed. But he gets over it. And he doesn't mind at the very much at all, because he had one of his closest friends on the same team with him. As the rest of the teams are called, and Naruto begins to get annoyed because it's been about 4 hours and they've been to lunch twice in the time that it takes his sensei to get here. And he's annoyed that he's not here already, so he decides to play a little prank on Kakashi. And Hinata's like, Naruto, that isn't nice. What if he gets angry? Let's come on, Hinata. It's probably never going to hit him. He's a Johnny, remember? If it does hit him, it's just even more funny. As Hinata kind of faiths a bit, knowing she can't control Naruto much in the very much whatsoever anyway. So she allows him to play this prank, mostly not concerned because, their sensei is a Jonin. As the door opens and the eraser hit Kakashi head, Hinata is kind of horrified and shocked, and he doesn't know what he's going to do to Naruto. As Kakashi just looks at it and looks back up at them. My first impression? You're all idiots. Meet me on the roof. 5 minutes. As they all pop up there pretty fast, and Kakashi asks them to go over their hopes and dreams, which we have most of which been the same as in canon, except for Anata. Then she likes cinnamon rolls and hanging out and training with her friend. And her goal is to be like someone she loves, become a strong Kunoichi. As Kakashi somewhat like her answer, as he told them, meet me on the training field tomorrow at 6 a.m. sharp. And don't eat anything, because you're going to be training so hard that it's going to make you puke. As they all agreed, and they scattered for the day, which Naruto going back home to his place, and Natsu going to hers, and he actually knows about her sensei. As he asks her, I'm not going to give you the answers to his test, but did he tell you not to eat? As Hinata says, yes. I will have the staff make you something, and I'm going to have to make your teammates something as well. Make sure they eat it. That part wasn't lie, it was just a trick to trip you up. As Hinata says, thank you, father. As she begins to do a little bit of light training before she hits the hay. As they all wake up in the morning, and they eventually meet up at the training yard. As sharp, like Kakashi said. About 30 minutes go by and Kakashi still isn't there. As Hinata says, well, he was right. As she hands them all lunchboxes, my father said, give you these. He says that part was a lie, and we should eat now. As they eat the lunch, and Kakashi, as they eat the breakfast that she made, Kakashi is there. And this is teamwork. He decides they already are going to pass, but he's going to see if they can actually work together in unison, so at least a few of them can. So a few hours go by, and Kakashi eventually gets bored. off waiting around in the trees, and he comes and faces them. He pulls out two bells. Now, this test, it's called the bell test. Only two of you will be allowed on Ninja, while the last gets sent back to the academy. As he's kind of shocked, and Naruto in his head, so me and Hinata gonna pass. Alright, fine, that's gotta do. As Sasuke is a bit annoyed because if he gets sent back to the academy, won't be of killing or taking out Itachi. As the fights begin and Naruto asks Hinata to team up with him and get the bell. As they both activate the Byakugan and they face off against Kakashi together in unity, having a perfect, almost loving compatibility with each other. As Kakashi takes note, of course, having to get serious, since he is facing off against two Byakugan users, he activates his own Sharingan in unison. As Naruto hits Kakashi once, as Kakashi blocks it, but he realizes his chakra in his arm. It's almost like his power is used against him, and it kind of damages his arm. Not horribly injuring. Naruto walks on and back the technique. But Kakashi takes note of it, and he jumps back right away, and he asks Naruto, what was that? Since that isn't any Hyuga technique. He knows. He says, it's a technique I made for myself by training with Hinata. I can use my opponent's chakra nature against them. And basically use their own body as their weapon. As Kakashi's impressed, he says, you're going to have to teach me that, Naruto. That's a pretty useful technique. It might even make it on the scroll of children where you become Hokage, if that's still your dream. As Naruto kind of gets excited as he's getting praise from a high level Jonin, saying his original technique is amazing. And he's kind of excited for it. As him and Hinata is in perfect unity, as Hinata uses rotation, as Naruto he lets off begins to do the gentle fist, as Kakashi just substitute away. As he reappears, a massive fireball is flying towards him. It's just like, oh, Sasuke's there. Is this a part of their plan? As he dodges the fireball, putting out the fire with his own water style jutsu. As he goes to black swan and Sasuke kicks that he had going at him. As they begin to face off for a bit, as Naruto and Hinata is running up behind him, Sasuke somewhat grabs one of the bells, just grazing it with the tip of his hands. As he says, impressive. As he pulls Sasuke in the ground. And as Naruto and Hinata is about to catch the bells, he grabs both their hands, thumb them into the ground beside Sasuke as Sasuke is buried. He says, you guys are going to have to try harder than that. As he decides to give their little hint, since he already decided they passed. The only way you're going to be able to beat me is together. As they have about an hour left. And they all take note of this. And Sasuke wants to put aside his pride. And he asks them for help. As Hinata volunteers to be the ones to go back to the academy. Since she could accomplish her goal, even if it takes an extra year, she can accomplish her goal fine. As they thank her, and they begin to work together in unity. As Sasuke activates his one Tomoe Sharingan, being somewhat inspired by the two. Yes, by this point, Sasuke didn't in fact have the Sharingan. I hated the fact that he had it this whole time. He just didn't know he could use it. That I found it stupid. But he uses some one Tomoe Sharingan, and Kakashi he already have his Sharingan, although it's only one Tomoe. It's still a Sharingan. Nevertheless, they begin training Sasuke and the other two properly. As they put up good work, but there's still no match. Even altogether, there's still no match for the skill and sheer experience of Kakashi. As the timer goes off, as Kakashi decides, hey, all of you pass. All of you pass. The point of his test wasn't to get Bell. It was to show the effort of teamwork which all of you have. I'm impressed. And I've been doing my research for all of you. Naruto, why didn't you use your chakra trains? Oh, I did. What do you mean you did? As he looks down, he sees two bells in Naruto's hand as he passes them back to Hinata, and Sasuke. Oh, you guys are actually the first team to actually take the bells away from me. I'm impressed. Now, be back here tomorrow. We're gonna have to push in your training and you begin your first missions. As they begins to do missions, that sadly it's only a bunch of D rank. It's only a bunch of D rank missions. As a month goes by, as they have been training Kakashi, upgrading their chakra control skills, and Naruto learning to merge his animanium chakra trains into Jinsu Fish rotation that he was eventually able to pick up from Anana. As Kakashi, he is able to expand since he's training with 3 Gojutsu users. He's somewhat got himself back into shape. And he's able to use his Sharingan for longer periods of time. As he finally notices that there's something else there, but he doesn't have nowhere near the chakra reserves required to use it. At least at the current moment, and he keeps an eye on that for later dates. As he begins to train more, Naruto gets annoyed and tired of the weak mentions, since he wants something a little more advanced. As Kakashi decides, you know what, you want something more advanced? Very well. I'll give you something more advanced. Okay? As they all apply for a C-rank mission, as Tazuna walks in. I asked for a Shinobi team, but how'd you give me a bunch of kids? These kids are all proven the skills and they're free dojutsu, including the princess of the Hyuga clan. Oh, so they're high end. They may only be gaming, but they're highly skilled. Hokage martyr. As they begin to leave, they leave the village for their first official mission outside of the leaf, and it's not just some D rank mission. As Naruto activates his Byakugan, since he's never really been out the village, he wanted to look around as he notices a puddle not too far away from him after they've been a few miles out of the village. And he's confused. He's like, Kachi, why is there two chakra signatures coming from that puddle up there? As Kakashi asks Hinata verify, and she says, "Wait, what are they?" As they eventually reach the puddle, and 2 people jump out towards them, but Sasuke jumps in front of them before they can react and disassemble both of them. As Kakashi is impressed with all of them, as he interrogates them, and he corrects Tazuna of why 2 shonins was coming after him in the first place. As he reveals the truth, and he asks his team if they want to continue the mission, which all 4 of them agree to, and Kakashi decide this C rank became your first A rank. Maybe we get a pay increase. I do want a new novel and a new Ichi book coming out. As he lets off a grin, a smile, and an awkward laugh. As he leaves, and going forward, they eventually encounter this weird mist and this weird fog. as Kakashi tells them, duck, and he tells them to protect Tazuna. As Zabuza, as a huge flying sword hits on the tree and Zabuza appears. He asks, so you're the famed Kakashi Hatake, the white son of a white fang and the copy. As Kakashi activates his shotgun and gears Zabuza Momochi, running a 7 rogue for man. As the kids sense natural enemy, and they can feel the bloodlust coming off and emanating off Zabuza, as they're kind of scared. Of course, they never really seen anything like this before, and this is when reality kicks in. They're actual ninjas now, and they could get hurt, and they could die, and they're horrified of it. As they're defending Zabuza, and Kakashi begins to face off with Zabuza the same way he did as a cannon. This time faring a little bit better, but still ended up getting trapped in the water prison. As Naruto asks them to stay back as he's going to go to try to help Kakashi, as he makes 5 shadow clones and try rushing at Zabuza. As the original Naruto stays back, and he comes up with a plan with Sasuke. As he makes one more shadow clone and takes something out of his bag. As the 4 shadow clones of Naruto activate all the Byakugan and units, and Zabuza's like, oh, crap. I didn't realize this kid can make solid clones. As he makes a bunch of water clones to Goten, and they jump rush clones with each of them using rotation. As we have a chocolate trains coming out their back. Zabuza begins to make an army of water clones, or as much as Matcher. With his current chocolate level, holding on to Kakashi being about 100, just these highly skilled and highly trained and chocolate. But the trains are just ripping through the clones, somewhat absorbing the chakra, and Naruto begins to add it on to himself or the clones. Or all of that, as soon as they pop, if Zabuza managed to do it in time, would go back in Naruto. As he shrinks his executioner blade, each of them stopping, but it just made Naruto memorize some of his techniques somehow, and Naruto don't even know how. And he's stronger with them now. As Sasuke grows Demon Wing Shuriken at Zabuza's arm, he jumps out of the way, but Naruto appears with a shuriken and slices at Zabuza, freeing Kakashi. As Kakashi takes over, just as he did in canon, defeating Zabuza, but Haku still coming in and saving him. As he escapes, and Naruto tells Kakashi that that's no hunting. Been there the whole time. There was multiple times he could have attacked Zabuza, caught him off guard. I think they're working together. As Kakashi was telling Naruto, you are absolutely correct. They are working together. A real hunter man, to burn Zabuza's body right there on the spot. Make sure nothing survives and completely incinerate it, and take your executioner blade back. So as they eventually make it to the land of Wave, and they decide to have a little bit of a training period. As Kakashi first up some of their skills, they have him expand on the mastery of their Gojutsu. And we're even able, months have passed, have been able to push Sasuke's Sharingan to a 2 Tomoe. As Kakashi decides to teach him a few techniques he knows, since he thinks they'll all be able to use it. The Chidori. Of course, they're not going to master it anytime soon, but he's pretty sure each of them have an affinity towards lightning elements, which somehow they do, and they're also having a weird affinity towards all 5. oops. I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut this part out of the video. It's kind of awkward, but Naruto begins to train, and he learns the basics of Shigori as he's not being able to pick it up fairly easy at all. As Kakashi decides to prep Naruto in a training after Rasengan a bit earlier in the canon, of course, but that technique is more of a Naruto vibe. Hence, was created by Minato. As eventually the week passes, and they learn the basis of it, of course, and learn to activate their chakra elements at will. And it naturally merges with Hinata and Naruto gentle fist rotation, just making it Sunday opponents for a little bit. As the eventual rematch between Zabuza and Kakashi begin, going just about the same as the canon. Going about the same, nearly the same as the canon, but this time Sasuke, like Wahaku, is much easier. With him having access to the Tsumae Sharingan, he was somewhat on the same level of speed as Haku, as he was able to avoid them. But this time he can keep up, essentially seeing the future of every noodle that attacks. And this time, Sasuke is able to defeat Haku, as Naruto was about to jump in and save him. As Haku still jumps in front of Zabuza to save him from the Chidori, dying in the process, Naruto still gives Zabuza his speech, having him exchange his ways just for a bit as he begins to cry over Haku, just as he did in canon. Zabuza still kills all of Gato's men, and then the bridge and Kanara and the villagers still show up and help Naruto save the day, which being about the same as in canon. As the team leave, the bridge is still named the Great Naruto Bridge, as they prepare for the next big challenge, the Chunin exam. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I work hard on it. I'm editing this video this week. This is the after production. I tried to cut out all the pauses in the recording, but I did not have the patience nor the desire to do so. But I'm gonna let y'all go right here. I really do hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.